All right, so this is part 3 of the practice lighting audit tutorial. So this one's going to go pretty quickly, and I'm going to get into the proposed use. Okay, so hopefully you're able to fully calculate the current use, adding the other information here. Now we're going to get into the proposed. So I've already entered in. Remember, we have our current use here, and then we have our proposed changes. So changing lamps to different types and turning off lights and so forth. So I've already entered the data in here. For the first 2 fixtures because I've shown that in the first tutorial, so I'm not going to go over that again. Alright, so here we're going to calculate the new energy use, cost, and carbon footprint based on the new information. So again, I'm not going to go over this in detail. I'm just going to type this in. So remember, our watts per fixture are this times this. Okay. And then again, we can drag this down to fill in that formula. Our kilowatt hours per year is going to be watts per fixture times hours per day times days per year divided by 1,000. Good, we drag that down. Okay, now total cost, again, we're going to use our absolute references again. So remember, it's just the kilowatt hours times the cost per kilowatt hour, and then we want to make these into an absolute reference. There you go. Drag down. There you go. This is going to be, again, the energy used kilowatt hours times this divided by 2,000. And again, we want to make this $sign. Absolute. There we go. And then we drag down. Okay, so really straightforward, just like the first one. But what I want to point out is that, as indicated in the instructions, I need you to highlight what changed from this chart to this chart, but not for the calculations, just the assumptions. So what I've changed here is I have a lower wattage and different lamps. So lower wattage, we're going to highlight it. I think I said in blue. Okay, so that changed. Highlight it. Oh yeah, so this is the fill box. There's a little paint bucket, right? So if you highlight any number of cells, you can change it to any color you want, right? So I'm going to change these two, highlight them to blue. This stayed the same. This was a calculation, so I'm not worried about that. This went from 10 to 5, so I'm going to highlight that cell, whereas this one stayed the same. This stayed the same. Okay, so any cells that you change the assumptions for, not the numbers. So the formulas are actually the same from here to here, but you change the assumptions. I want you to highlight that in blue. Okay, so that's your proposed use.